Back to Summer Sunrise. My next guest from Slifer, Smith and Frampton, David Levison. How you doing?
I'm great. Thanks for having me.
You have kind of ridden the wave of a Breckenridge local. 20 years. You worked here in television with us, did some talent, directed, ski instructor, just done the whole gamut. But for the last decade or more, you've been in the real estate industry.
That's right.
And pretty much you've evolved as the industry has in the town. Let's talk a little bit about the market. We had a bit of a correction. You've seen this town incrementally just increase over the years, or actually ski country incrementally increase. Let's talk a little bit about what the market's doing right now after this pretty substantial correction for the last couple of years.
Yeah, I think we're really excited about it. We've definitely seen an improvement.
Yeah.
There's a lot of building has come back into our market, which is great. That activity means that the folks are interested in our properties and interested in our town.
What about inventory and price? Now, we had a correction, but now we see things starting to decrease. How about inventory? Has that followed suit? Is there more inventory?
Absolutely, absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, inventory is coming back. Gives people more options, which is great. Creates excitement about the market, and we just think it's becoming a better investment again.
This probably wouldn't be a bad time if you've been holding on to something, because to upgrade. If you've been holding on to something for a while, to think, okay, let's put this on the market because things are moving, yet things are priced affordably. So now I can probably get a little bit more for my buck than I could maybe 6 years ago, but before the correction. Correct?
That's right. I think that there's a little bit more value in our market, and just like everybody else, we popped, just like a lot of the rest of the country.
Yeah.
But now I think that correction has helped us. We've stabilized, and I think we're moving forward.
Just recently, I received a letter from a local bank saying I was pre-rejected for a loan. Now, what about if someone has credit? What's the money like? Are they loosening the purse strings up right now?
It's gradually becoming easier to get loans.
Yeah.
There's still a lot of due diligence that everybody's got to do to make it happen, and of course, banks are being more conscientious about the process, which we all appreciate.
Right.
But I think it's that sort of initial apprehension that banks have is starting to wane.
Well, Slifer, Smith and Frampton's been in the business half a century or more.
That's right.
In all of ski country, and so they bring that historical perspective as well as the experience. Now let's talk a little bit about this property up on Chalk Hill, which is pretty much a premier location, right on Ski Hill Road, right by the gondola.
That's right. So for folks who don't know what Chalk Hill is all about, it's the midway station for the gondola, headed towards Peak 7 and eventually Peak 8. And there's a number of little subdivisions in there.
Yep.
They're all high-end, really beautiful construction.
Yeah.
This particular property we're talking about is called Chalk Hill Homes, and it's a duplex, and it's a great property, 4 bedrooms, 4.5 baths.
And located on the Nordic Center, on the cross country center runs.
Exactly.
Located right on the gondola, so you actually have alpine and cross country skiing at your fingertips. Also, you take that free gondola ride to town.
Yeah, you're walking to the gondola, riding at the skiing, walking, going down to town. You're looking out your back window at the Nordic skier skiing by. It's a terrific spot.
And all these properties are relatively recently built. So when was this one built? Probably in the 90s?
The whole subdivision was completed in the 2008.
Yeah,
2008.
Yeah. So almost brand new.
Yeah,
type property.
Exactly.
It's a duplex, about 1.6. You said? How much is it? What's it going
on the market currently for $1,650,000.
Yeah.
Just shy of 2,400 square feet.
Just a beautiful place.
Beautiful spot.
This is Chalk Hill. Now, if you want to find out more about this, of course, the numbers on the screen, your website as well. But your offices, you're working out of Main Street on the Slifer office?
117 South Main, correct.
Yeah, right there, right next to Peekaboo Toys, right down the street on Main Street. And check this out. If not Chalk Hill, if it's that a little too rich for your taste, so many other options. Now is the time to buy. This is just the market is perfectly poised right now. If you want to make Breckenridge your home or your second home or all of Summer County or ski country. Well, thanks, man. Good to see you again.
Yeah, you're looking great. You haven't aged a bit.
I have a picture of Dorian Gray in my garage that's just rotting away. We'll be back with more. You watch the Summer Sunrise. Stay with us.